To get you, we gon' get you. My people walking, to get you.
Welcome, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, to Black World TV, the new black media, your black and intelligent news source. So today's video is about the sentencing of the infamous Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein, the friend of Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey. He has been taken down in a court of law as a rapist and a sexual predator, and he must register as a sexual offender because of these charges. So many people, especially in YouTube land and other social media outlets, assume that the courts wouldn't find Harvey Weinstein guilty. I can't tell you the numerous videos I watched of people who have much larger platforms, of course, and they vowed that this man was not going to see any time at all. And as a matter of fact, some people said he would just get probation. But as it turns out, you too have been found wrong. That's not what this is about. This is about truth and facts. That's what I was waiting for. And as it turns out, the courts, and in this case, a jury, has not only found Harvey Weinstein guilty of rape and sexual offenses, but he's now been sentenced to 23 years. And of course, we know that his lawyers are working on an appeal. That goes without saying, because as I've said in my other videos, that any lawyer who wouldn't do that simply is not on their jobs. And so with that, sure, they're going to file for his appeal. But it was interesting to learn that in this trial, or during this trial, some of the accused victims, as they told their stories, how they wept in court and how they often had to stop the court proceedings just so that they could get their composure back. And it's interesting how after Harvey Weinstein's conviction, that one of the victims, after she left the courtroom from crying, as she sat in another room nearby, she let out a loud scream. And that scream, of course, she later described as her, for the first time, getting her voice back. And that's because of the verdict and sentencing of this person we know as Harvey Weinstein. Now, I'm thrilled that he got his just desserts. And it's a good thing, because it does show that women have a voice as well. It's interesting in this case how Gloria Allred, or however you say her name, Gloria Allred, this lady, all of a sudden, she appears out of nowhere, because we haven't seen her wrinkly ass for a while. All of a sudden, now she appears out of nowhere because she has to show her face. And of course, she's all in front of the cameras. But just like pros and professionals, the real lawyers in this case came and stepped in front of her as they were talking to the media, because after all, she didn't have much ado about nothing to do with this case. But she did happen to put her 2 cents in, showing her sign that 20 years is justice plus 3. So again, Harvey Weinstein has been sentenced to 23 years in prison. Some women weren't happy with that because they said, after all, of all the slime and filth and disgust that he portrayed and carried out on his victims, that simply wasn't enough time. But I say that 23 years at the age of 68, because after all, his sentencing happened to happen a week before his 68th birthday. Next week will be his 68th birthday. And if you count up those 23 years with 68, this man is gonna die in prison. If justice serves him right, this man will die in prison. Maybe Gayle King and Oprah Winfrey can go visit him while he's in prison. Maybe they'll go visit their friend, send him some commissary money, some stamps and things of that nature that he may need. But, I'm sure they're going to support him whichever way they can. And it's funny how they're trying to be silent about it, and Oprah turning off her comments before because she didn't want any of this smoke. And I can understand it. And Gayle King with her non-apology ass. And while I'm on this subject, there's a real loudmouth YouTuber, and I'm not gonna say her name. Like I said, her name. But she thinks that black men, as she's always railing on black men, she thinks that we only give smoke just to black women. Well, we give zero shits about other women, number one. Most of us anyways. I'ma just speak for myself. So I'm not gonna talk about those other women because I give zero shits about them. That's why I don't, if you really want to know. But I'm gonna talk about my black women, my sisters, my aunts, whoever of my ethnic background. Yes, I'm going to have something to say about that. That's why I'm doing it now. But women like this, yeah, go visit your friend in prison. So this man, he doesn't even have any remorse. Well, he claims now that he feels a little remorse, but he feels perplexed, is the word he tried to use. He feels perplexed and confused because he says that men are confused of things that none of us understood. Well, you should speak for yourself, Harvey Weinstein, because most men know that no means no. You didn't get the memo. That's why you're facing what you're facing, going to prison. But nonetheless, as I end this off, I just want to say that more than 100 women have accused Weinstein of rape or sexual misconduct. So that's very interesting and telling of itself. Lastly, as he was just sentenced to 23 years, Harvey Weinstein, this disgraced Hollywood producer, now faces 4 more rape allegations out of Los Angeles, California. Stay tuned to that. So family, before you leave, please don't forget to like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Black World TV, the new black media, your black and intelligent news source. Thank you for listening. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.